Most parents and players think college golf recruiting starts junior or senior year of high school. That's not just late, that's often after the window that actually matters has already closed. If you're a parent or a player trying to figure out the right time to start taking this seriously, the honest answer is going to surprise you, and it's going to be earlier than you think. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what coaches are actually looking at when they're looking at it, and what that means for how you should be spending the next few years. Here's the assumption almost everyone walks in with. Play well in high school, get noticed at a few tournaments senior year, send some emails, get recruited. That's the storyline from movies and from how recruiting used to work 20 years ago. It's not how it works now. College coaches, especially at the D1 level, are recruiting earlier every single year because they're under pressure to lock in talent before someone else does. Every program is competing against every other program for the same small pool of standout players, and the moment a coach sees real potential, the clock starts running on getting that player committed before a rival school does the same thing. By the time you're a senior with a great scoring average in a lot of programs, the spots are already filled. Not all of them, but enough that waiting until senior year to get serious is playing the game 2 years too late. This isn't unique to golf either. It mirrors what's happened across most college sports as recruiting has become more competitive and more data-driven. Coaches have more tools than ever to identify talent early, and they're using them. So when does it actually start? For most competitive programs, coaches are paying attention by the end of a player's freshman or sophomore year of high school, sometimes earlier if a player is putting up junior golf results that get them noticed nationally. That doesn't mean a 14-year-old needs to be sending recruiting emails. It means the things that get you on a coach's radar: junior golf rankings, performance at recognized junior tournaments, junior golf camps hosted by college programs. Those need to start happening well before you'd assume. Junior golf rankings specifically matter more than people realize, and not because of the number itself, but because that's literally how a lot of coaches first discover a player exists. Coaches can't be everywhere, and they rely heavily on rankings, tournament results, and word of mouth from other coaches to build their initial list of names worth tracking. If you're not ranked anywhere, you're invisible to a coach who's never seen you play in person, and most coaches haven't seen most recruits play in person until late in the process. Their first impression of you is almost always a number on a leaderboard or a name in a results sheet, not a swing they watched live. This is also why junior tournament selection matters. Playing in events that are actually on a coach's radar, the ones with strong fields and real visibility, does more for a player's recruiting profile than playing in a higher volume of smaller, less competitive events. Freshman and sophomore year, the goal isn't to impress coaches directly. It's to build a results profile that makes you findable. Playing in ranked junior events, building a track record, and yes, attending camps at schools you're interested in, even informally, starts putting your name somewhere a coach can see it. Junior year is when direct contact starts mattering. This is when coaches are allowed to start reaching out under NCAA rules, and when official and unofficial visits start happening for players who are already on a coach's radar, which is exactly why being invisible up to that point is so costly. This is also the year where a player's improvement trajectory becomes part of the story coaches tell themselves. Senior year for most players is closing time, not starting time. Offers are being finalized, not initiated. That's not a guaranteed dead end. Programs do fill late spots. Injuries and decommitments open doors, but it's a fundamentally weaker position than being part of the conversation a year or two earlier. None of this means a player who starts late can't still play college golf. Plenty do, especially below the top D1 level. There are real pathways at D2, D3, and JUCO programs where the recruiting timeline is less front-loaded. But if the goal is to maximize options and leverage, the real timeline looks like start building a visible track record by freshman or sophomore year. Treat junior year as the period where you need to already be on people's radar, and stop treating senior year like the starting line. The earlier you understand this, the more control you have over the outcome. If you're a parent or player trying to figure out where you actually stand in this process, that's a much bigger conversation than one video can cover. But the timeline is the first thing to get right because everything else depends on it. In future videos, we'll get into what junior rankings actually mean, how to evaluate program fit beyond just the offer, and what the recruiting conversation actually sounds like once a coach reaches out.